Hello and thank you for watching this video. I'm going to talk about headphones today and more specifically the Bowers & Wilkins PX7 S2. This is a €429 list price product, but in the markets today you can actually pick it up for more like €280 in Western Europe. $399 in North America, or about 270, 280 pounds in the United Kingdom. And at that price point, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. Let's get stuck in and have a little look, shall we? So the box, Bowers & Wilkins. A nice little picture of what you have on the outside. So remove the sleeve. And you have a reminder that you have in your hands a Bowers & Wilkins. Take that off and you're greeted by the carry case, which is a decent size and a nicely constructed carry case. It's maybe a little bit bigger than the Sony, but it's also smaller than some of the other ones that I've seen. So it does a good job. It feels like it's going to protect your headphones as you travel. It feels nice and it feels high quality, which is really the start of a qualitative feeling and experience with these products. So if you open it up, we move this to the side. If you open it up, you're greeted by the beautiful headphones, and we'll get to them in a second. Let's put them down. Inside your carry case, beneath this little flap, you have your cables. It's a magnetic little flap, a nice solution. Keeps them safe, you know where they are. Job done, very good. Anyway, we don't care so much about the case or the cables. We're here to talk about these. And from the moment you pick them up, you feel the quality and you see the beauty, even with a bit of dust on them. Forgive me for that. Even with dust, they feel and look special. The materials used are very high quality. The plastics do exist, but they feel like nice plastics. There is a texture, a woven material that surrounds the ear cups and also covers the top of the headband. Just adds a little bit of sophistication, a nice detail, and just lifts the overall appearance, makes it appear a much more pricey piece than I think the €280 that I paid for these really are. You have memory foam in the ear cushions. They feel like they will wear well. I've had these for 3 months now. I've worn them most days. There's not a single sign of any use so far, and I would expect it to be the case, but they seem to be doing very well. It is available in 3 colors. You have like a light gray beige color, you have a blue, and you have the black. I've chosen the black because it's just simple. I'm not going to get bored of black. Black is boring to me, so it's just a practical color, and inevitably the ear cushions will wear out, and I just think it will be easier to find a replacement black one than a fashionable light grey beige one. So that's the main reason why I've gone with the black, but they're all nice, and take a look if you're considering this product and see what you think for yourself. What I like about these in the hand is that they feel solid. There's no creaking. It's solid, it's rigid, it feels like it's made to last. The connection points where it rotates, it doesn't feel like it's going to snap off like on, I know on, some people have had the issue with the Sony WH-1000 XM4s. I know that there are some issues with this part of it. It doesn't feel like this is going to be an issue. So if we look at the device while I'm holding it here, there's not that much going on. There is a button So let's get this right. So on the left, this button allows you to click through the functions. There's not so much, it's very simple. You can have the noise cancellation on, or you can turn it off. And then you can also choose to have the passive noise, what would they call it? Allow the sound to come through, whatever that's called. Sorry, I forgot what that's called, but you know what I mean. You can hear the outside world coming in among your beautiful musical experiences. So you can go through that with this guy on the left ear cup. And then on the right, you have a button that can be used for multiple things. I think you can program that. I've not done anything like that yet. But then you have the volume. It's basic. It's not fancy. Could they have done something better? Maybe. But I'm already used to it. I was used to it within maybe 2 or 3 days. I could find it when wearing it, and I thought it was fine. Power it on. You just flick this guy on. You wait a second, light comes on, hello, we are on. And it pairs quickly with my iPhone. I have an older iPhone, a 13 mini, 12 mini, sorry, a 12 mini. It's good, even with the older software that I'm running. No issues, few seconds, boom, it's found it and it's stable. I have not had it drop once in the months that I've been using it, and I use it most days. Charge it here with the wire hidden in the little hidden magnetic pocket in the travel case. So yeah, very nice in the hands. So I ended up with this guy, but what are the other options? Which other ones did I consider and which might you consider? Well, it's really up to you. What do you want? What are you looking for? I set myself a budget of around 300 euros. I didn't want to go any higher than that. And for that price, I ended up considering the Sony sorry, I keep saying that wrong, the WH-1000 XM5, the newest one. That one was priced at about 350 euros, just under 400 US dollars, 315 pounds or so in the United Kingdom. It was a little bit more than I wanted to spend. The sound was beautiful. They were extremely comfortable. They were considerably lighter than the Bowers & Wilkins PX7 S2s. The PX7 S2s are about 306-7 grams. The Sony XM5s are about 250 grams, just under. So it's like 10.8 ounces versus 8.8 ounces. So that's quite a difference, and you do feel that. But I would still say that the Bowers & Wilkins are still, they're still comfortable on the head. I've worn it for probably 3 hours, it's probably the longest. And it was not uncomfortable. It did not get too heavy. And I also didn't get that warm. But the XM5, I think, would be even more comfortable. The XM5 is also better for noise cancellation. It is probably the best one that I tried at this price point. I don't think anyone else can touch it. I would say the next best one to me was probably the older WH-1000 XM4 from Sony, although it was very close with the Momentum 4, which I'll get to in a second. But if we talk about that slightly older and cheaper Sony XM4 for a second, I did consider that one. The price point was very interesting. Just under 250 euros, 349 US dollars at the moment, and about 249 pounds. It's currently August 2023. The XM4 I did like, and I was very close to purchasing that one. But it has a few issues. It is a bit too plasticky for my liking. I like a slightly luxurious feeling product. I don't have a huge budget to spend, but I like things to look and feel nice. I don't get that from the XM4. And it's still 250 euros. So it didn't really do it for me. Noise cancellation is great. Comfort is great. You can throw them on and they will feel good, and you will take them off because you need to, not because you feel like you should. For comfort wise, it's nothing there. It's a really good product. I like the touch panels, like on the XM5, how you can cover your right ear and it pauses the music. These kind of touches are brilliant, and no one does it better than Sony, in my opinion. But another thing that really was an issue for me, and maybe I'm just super shallow, and if I am, then forgive me. I take the train a lot to my work. In the Netherlands, it's the best way to get around. On the trains, on a typical day, I'll probably see 20 people on the train with the Sony WH-1000 XM4. They are every single direction I look. And I think I've just grown sick of them. I hate the sight of them, to be honest. It's so common. That is an issue for me. And again, maybe I'm just really shallow. But if they were 150 euros, okay, I would forgive them. But it's still 250. So I decided to pass on that one. And then the last finalist that I thought long about, and it was a tough call, was a Sennheiser Momentum 4 wireless. Has an amazing battery. I think they talk about 60 hours, but that just means that with normal use, you're not going to be charging it ever. It's like once a year. No, I'm kidding, but you know what I mean. It's a long life. Once a month with heavy use. It's a good value. When I was purchasing my Bowers and Wilkins, the Sennheisers were just over 300 euros. In the Netherlands now, there are a few retailers that sell them for around 280. For that kind of money, it is a bargain. The battery life, as I said, is great. The sound is gorgeous. The noise cancellation is good. Better than the PX7 S2s, I'm afraid. The Bluetooth calling quality is also better to me than the PX7s. The app is a bit dodgy, and we didn't talk about the app on the Bowers, did we? If we did, sorry, I'll say it again. It's a super basic app. You can't do much with it. So if you're into fine-tuning your equalizers and everything, then it's probably not the one for you. But the Sennheiser one is also a little bit moody. Maybe a software or an update software might fix that. But the main problem for me with the Sennheiser Momentum 4 is that it is not the Sennheiser Momentum 3, a headphone I loved and a headphone I was so close to purchasing. I just love that retro design, the materials used. It felt special, like I was talking about earlier. I want it to feel special, and that one really did. I would say of these price points, it's the best looking one and the best feeling one I've ever had the experience to hold and enjoy. The sound was still good. But I don't know what they've done. I don't know how they could create something that is so bland as the Momentum 4 when they have created in the previous iteration, the number 3, something so special in the hand. So I couldn't pull the trigger on the Momentum 4. So yeah, I ended up with the PX7 S2, and I have not regretted it a single moment. It just does everything for me. I spoke about the app being pretty useless, really, and the options to affect or implement the sound is minimal, but that's fine for me. I'm no audiophile. I don't listen to lossless music. I listen to Spotify Premium, usually when I'm on the go. And I don't really have the time or the interest to be adjusting things. I just need it to sound good when I put it on. And this does. It really does. And I listen to all kinds of music, and it really depends on the day and the week and the month and the year. But if we just talk about today, I looked back at what I've listened to today on this rainy August day, and I went from Fleet Foxes to Palace to Flip Turn to Mac Miller, rest in peace, young man, to Tame Impala. I mean, it's all kinds, and I'll probably end up with listening to a DJ set by Marsh before I call it a day after this video. So really all kinds of sounds, and the richness, the fullness of these is always there. Is enough bass, but not too much. It's just, you put it on, you turn it on, you put it on, and you just enjoy. You enjoy music. You don't need to think about, oh, I need a little bit more bass, or you're not left wishing for more. You're not wishing for, oh, I wish I could hear that piano a little clearer. I wish I could hear those high notes in a bit finer definition. It just comes out of the box as it is. You put it on and it just sounds great. And that's really what I wanted. It feels special in my hands. I like that I never see anyone else wearing it. And I just think it's a great package for the money. It doesn't have the best noise cancellation. The wearer detection thing is not great. I've turned that off. You know, when you lift it off and it's meant to stop the music, it didn't always work. So I just turned off that feature, but I don't care. Calling on Bluetooth when you're outside is not the best idea. It's not the best sound quality for the person on the other line, on the other side of the call. But again, that's not what I bought it for. I bought it to enjoy music, any music, with little fuss, and to be happy when I open the box and to appreciate what it is when I open the box. So that's why I chose the Bowers & Wilkins PX7 S2. And I couldn't be happier. So if I was you, if I was considering any of these headphones, give it a go. Check out the different colors that it comes in and give it a listen. And I'd love to hear your comments. Read your comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.